Let be poor breathe. Don't suffocate them.
The world of corruption. Jim Obazi, the special investigator appointed to probe the Central Bank of Nigeria, former governor, disgraced governor Emefiele, discovered 593 foreign bank accounts located in the United States, United Kingdom, and in China. Well, you're about to hear what you have never heard before. This is deep. And when I say deep, it is really deep. Talk about massive looting. Talk about criminality. Well, it used to be the central bank governor. He kept Nigerian funds without authorization by the board and investment committee of the bank. The investigator also discovered how billions of naira were allegedly stolen by Emefiele and other officials from the CBN accounts, including a fraudulent cash withdrawal of $6.23 million. That's about 2.9 billion naira at the then official exchange rate of 461 to a dollar. Now, that is triple, isn't it? That's triple. According to reports that we got, Obazi disclosed this in his report, in which he recommended the prosecution of Emefiele and at least 13 other individuals, including his deputy governors, for alleged gross financial offenses. Recollect back then, if you can, but I'll still bring you up to speed, where an audio got leaked by Sahara reporters, and they kind of somehow they were able to cover up this, like, oh, it's nothing, where Emefiele spoke and was asking questions. He was doing some underground dealings. And also, Senate, not because they are people of integrity themselves, they felt that Emefiele cut them off. That is a major reason why Emefiele came up with this monetary policy to make sure that Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not step in as president. If someone from his own region, from the southeast of Nigeria, Peter Obi, steps in as president, or maybe, but I'm kind of more sure of Peter Obi, he felt that he will not be probed. He felt that all his sins will be covered up, since they've agreed and they've spoken among themselves like, you know what, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, APC, Bola Tinubu, these people are criminals. They will need money to do what they need to do. And moreover, Emefiele was also promised by the then cabal that he will be, fielded as the candidate. He did all that they wanted him to do. They stole money, they laundered money. There is nothing they didn't do. Emefiele gave them exchange rate that are not official. He did a lot of terrible things, even with your so-called richest man in Nigeria or richest man in Africa. Anyway, let's continue with the findings. Now, in the UK alone, the special investigator said his probe led him to £543.5 million kept by Mr. Emefiele in fixed deposit accounts. Now, I want you to take note of something. Emefiele family lives in the UK. That's one. He also said Mr. Emefiele manipulated the Naira exchange rate, like I said, and perpetrated fraud in the e-Naira project of the CBN. In his report submitted to President Bola Tinubu on the 9th December 2023, a copy of which was seen, Mr. Obazi identified several chargeable offenses for which the former CBN governor may be asked to defend himself before a court. Tinubu had on 28 July appointed Mr. Obazi as a special investigator to investigate the CBN and related entities, charging him to set up a suitably experienced and competent team and to work with relevant security and anti-corruption agencies for the assignment. Tinubu said the appointment relied on the fundamental objective outlined in Section 15, subsection 5 of the Nigerian Constitution, and was in furtherance of the country's anti-corruption fight. The president had also directed Obazi, who was the chief executive officer of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, FRCN, between 2011 and 2017 to take immediate steps to ensure the strengthening and probity of key government business entities, GBEs, and block leakages in the CBN and related GBEs. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. Emefiele really, he did a lot of terrible things. He also directed him to provide a comprehensive report on public wealth currently in the hands of corrupt individuals and establishment, whether private or public. And now, here is where people felt that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not in the right position for that, meaning that he manipulated Lagos State and made sure that everything in Lagos comes to him. They say you are not in the right position with the allegation that has been put on you, in the US. They say you are not, but regardless, let us deal with this one. Now, according to the report of the special investigator, the highly controversial redesign of the Naira in October 2022 was neither recommended by the board of the CBN nor approved by the then President Muhammadu Buhari, contrary to the provisions of Section 19, subsection 1 of the CBN Act 2007. Now, hold on a second. We heard that Emefiele met with the then President Buhari and said, look, for us to fight corruption, I need to come up with this policy. I need to redesign Naira so as to stop the, bribe and all of that during election. And also, there are certain individuals who have stored money in their homes, stored money under bunkers. The only way out is for us to do this. And, Buhari being someone who felt that this sounded nice, anyway, I think this is okay. This is okay for me. Go ahead. And here we are. He did what he did. And according to this report, it was a conspiracy against the Nigerian people and specifically the political class by the then CBN governor, Godwin, Emefiele, and one of the erstwhile CBN deputy governor, Fola Shonubi. The idea was that of Shonubi claiming interwoven challenges, and Godwin Emefiele designed and approved the currency on 19th October 2022. It was indeed meant to frustrate the political class and make the election agenda very difficult. It turned out to be a huge punishment to Nigerians and the Nigerian economy, coincidentally. Obasi said the CBN printed a new 200, 500, 1,000 notes at a total cost of 61.5 billion naira. Imagine printing money with money, out of which it has paid 31.8 billion naira to the contractor. If you look closely, you will also realize some gameplay, some corrupt practices there. Even though the total value of the new note in circulation as of August 2023 was only 769,562 billion. The sum of 172,750,000 was also spent on questionable legal fees on 19 cases that are directly traceable to the Naira redesign and reconfiguration agenda. Now, do you see questionable legal fees? 19 cases. Do you see how much they spent? 1.7 billion. Emefiele. Anyway, I don't know what you think about this one. What do you think? Is this not something that should get your interest? How is this possible? About this, Emefiele did not consult with the management of the CBN nor seek any recommendation from the board of the CBN as required by Section 19. I could remember back then the Ministry of Finance and other ministries said Emefiele should speak to them. Emefiele said he has no business with them, that the constitution states that, and whatever it is, he went ahead direct to the president, did what he did, and here he is. Immediately the election and the announcement and all of that, Emefiele was picked up unceremoniously. He was thrown in the detention of the DSS and is there today, going to the court back and forth. The next thing Emefiele would do is to fall and maybe, say he's sick and he needs to go out of the country. But I don't think he will be let out. No, it's going to be a personal vendetta for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And obviously, Nigerians suffered when Emefiele came up with this at that time. Yes, and now here he is. He never thought Bola Ahmed Tinubu would win. And aside that, probably he said, anyhow it is, highest, we'll keep going to the court. Don't worry, all is well. As long as that money is stashed there. His hope is this, even if I RIP, and I know most of them don't RIP, I will have that money for myself and my children. I am ready to sacrifice myself. Well, the money or monies are being, found out here, and we don't know. We don't know what this is all about. Now, on the 6th of October 2022, Buhari approved the request but directed that the notes be printed locally. However, after the Nigerian Security Printing and Minting PLC said it would be time-consuming to redesign and reconfigure the notes because of the new features contained in the design, positioning of watermark, presence of QR codes, different numbering styles, and other complex security features, Emefiele took the job to the UK firm, which varied the colors of the old notes and got paid 205,000 British pounds for the redesign effort. Emefiele was paid, not that company. Definitely, you are going to say, yeah, the company did the redesign. So they simply recolored the Naira notes, nothing more. They didn't do the QR codes, they didn't do the numbering style and all of that. What they just did was just to, they just repainted it. And the UK firm that, imagine something that is so funny, isn't it? 205,000 British pounds. That's a lot of money just to change the color of your Naira note. Courtesy Emefiele. The special investigator also identified other offenses, including fraudulent use of ways and means to the tune of 26.627 trillion, fraudulent intervention programs, fraudulent expenditures on COVID-19, and misrepresentation of presidential approval on the NESI stabilization strategy. A lot of things happen. A lot of things happen under the watch of Emefiele. What do you think about this one? Drop your comment, like and share. See you in the next update.